New York Knicks. Historic comeback last night against the Cleveland Cavaliers, down 22 with just over 8 minutes to go. And the clutch man himself, Jalen Brunson, led the charge. Would you say it was more of a Knicks historic comeback or a Cavs collapse?
It was definitely a Cavs collapse because I watched the whole damn game, and the Cavs definitely collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden, that's the James Harden. There's certain things that you're doing in these games that don't make sense, and I feel like the coaching staff at that point in the fourth quarter should have understood. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks are just attacking you, and you are not attacking them, or you are attacking them, but you're not making a shot. Sub him out the game. Sometimes you just have to make these decisions because Donovan Mitchell kept on putting his hands like he wanted to give him confidence. At that point in the game, bro, you're up 22. You can play the clock to some degree, but if you just miss, you miss, and turn the ball over, you can't play the clock anymore. So James Harden was my real big issue in the game just because of what he was doing. And I feel like the coaching staff, Kenny Atkinson, should have made a change to put Dennis Schroeder in the game, because when Schroeder's in the game, you can see the ball move a bit more free. He drives and kicks. He penetrates well, and whereas Harden is more ISO, and I don't think they're watching the clock half the time when they're doing this stuff. It's always like it's down to the last second, and then it's like, oh, let's throw up a free. And his step back isn't as effective as it used to be, and I feel like he still thinks it is. People can gain the distance a lot quicker. Like, he's not drawing fouls as many as he was. He was missing free throws. He just wasn't it last night. And I feel like the coaching staff and the team need to go away from him at that point, and play through somebody else. And Donovan Mitchell was hot at times, so I don't know why he gave it up and let James Harden kind of be the focal point in the fourth quarter. It didn't make sense. I know they had the shot to win the game, but it should have never got down to that point.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks crowd were completely out of it, and then they brought them back into it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Their coach, you said his name. Sorry, I've gone blank.
Kenny Atkinson.
In my mind, I was going to say Quinn Snyder, but it's not. Atkinson's a good coach, but yesterday, slightly on him as well, because they had 4 timeouts, and between them being up 22 and then them being up 5, he didn't use 1 timeout. He did not stop anything of the Knicks from momentum, and you're just like, in this NBA, that's what you see even more. We saw it in the Spurs OKC game 1 the night before. Anytime one of them went on a run, especially if OKC were coming back, Mitch Johnson straight timeout. You'll be like, yo. And Dagnall done the same as well. And it's just like, bro, like, there's a 17-point swing and you haven't used 1 time when you've got a lot of timeouts. It's like, bro. And then that then goes back to, because even that timeout might have helped Harden, even if you're keeping him in the game. Because it was said on commentary again in the OKC Spurs game. I think OKC may have challenged the call, or there might have been a slight delay. And I remember the commentator saying, this is good for Wemby just to get a slight break where Mitch Johnson doesn't have to take him out of the game. And things like that. It's just like, so I agree with you. It was a big collapse. Like, Donovan Mitchell actually generally plays well against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. But it was just weird, like, the fourth quarter or in that moment, he wasn't as good as he was early in the game as well.
It still doesn't make sense why he kept on just giving the ball up. Bro, you're the guy. You're meant to be the guy in that team. Just, if you take 10 shots and you miss 10 shots, okay, that's fine. But James Harden wasn't in rhythm. But James Harden wasn't in any type of rhythm. And I don't understand why you're trying to get a man in rhythm when you're 22 points up. And now you're 7, now it's 17, now it's 15, now it's 12, now it's 9, now it's 5, and we're still trying to get the man in rhythm. No, take him off the court. It gets to a point where you bench people and you're not benching him for the next game. You're benching him for now because we need to win today. The moment. Because think about it? Are you going to get a better chance to steal another game in this series? You held Jalen Brunson for 3.5 quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and then you let him go nuclear because James Harden was on the floor. He was attacking James Harden. They even said in the press conference, we were attacking James Harden.
Man, they asked Harden after the game, and he was like, he was basically like, yeah, he's a good player, and that like we did everything to stop him.
Look at him. Sometimes, bro.
It's funny you say like Brunson was caught. Basically, they waited until late in the game for him to get hot. I was just even thinking during the game, I was like, OG, this is his first game back from injury, and he's cold. Imagine he just gets back to the form early that he was doing early in the playoffs. They'll be absolutely finished. So you're right. Like the Cavs, not only they had to take that game, the opportunity was there more than ever because they absolutely dominated the third quarter early into the fourth. Like, see the game through. Just play smart basketball. Like the thing, they've actually got offensive power to score anyway. And like you said, it was just, Harden, another game for him where he had more turnovers than field goals. So that's 188 playoff games that he's played. And in 48 of those games, he has more turnovers than field goals. That's 25.5%. James Harden. Harden, he's had a great career, but it's so hard to back him in these moments. Because this is when your team needs you. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be every player is going to have a bad playoff game, but when yours are that startling, his are usually at the end of the series when they really need him. It's just like, bro. And again, this kind of when you saying them needing to win this when they had the opportunity, it's like they played 2 7-game series the 2 rounds before. I think I heard it was only the only team that has won the first 2 rounds after going 7 games is Boston Celtics. And they actually won the chip that year. No one else has gone past that. So that's an absolute anomaly. Do you know what I mean? The Celtics in 08. So
yes. I just don't understand how you can be up like that. You get the New York Knicks crowd out of the game completely. Like when we say out of the game, it was silent in the Garden, yeah.
Donovan Mitchell was doing this spidey celebration.
You had them in the palm of your hand, and then you give them life. And now you've given them life for the whole series. Remember, the Cavs also play better on the road than they do at home. We've kind of seen that throughout this series, the playoffs. So
the Pistons series more so.
Yeah. But the Knicks played their probably worst game they played this playoffs. They still beat you. You guys were on form. You guys were defensively playing well. You were playing well offensively, and then you just went away from everything that you were doing for 3.5 quarters. It doesn't make sense. And then in overtime, you were shot. The momentum completely flipped at that point. Guys couldn't make a shot, couldn't do anything. Settling for threes.
Bro,
at some point,
they had 3 points in overtime. The Cavs
exactly because they were just settling for threes. At some point, drive into the paint, get fouled, settled everyone down, shoot some free throws. But they weren't even trying to do that, bro. It got to the point where I was like, yeah, you guys are done. Let me just go and rest because I saw the first 3 shots they took. I said, I could turn this off. The Knicks have won this game.
Yeah. And again, like you said, a lot of the Knicks players didn't have good games. Like Shamet played big minutes off the bench and he basically played
real good
a stretch in the fourth and then overtime as well. Do you know what I mean? But everyone else, all the other starters, none of them really, like Josh Hart was the only other efficient, and Mikal Bridges actually. Mikal Bridges was efficient, but like bar Bridges and obviously Brunson, no one had a wow game. Like, and that's the thing. The others, again, I've spoke about OG. Cat's been super efficient, not scored a lot, but very dominant. He was trying to be he's passing big self early in the game and it weren't really working. So it's like, Cavs, you lot are doing a decent job. Do you know what I mean? And then
Joe, at one point, Jalen Brunson had 14 points. And it was near enough the end of the third quarter. he ends up scoring 24 from that point to the end of the game. You only have yourself to blame. You only have yourself to blame, and now you got a harder case in game 2 because you know the Knicks ain't gonna come out slow again. The Knicks were coming off a rest. You were coming off just the back of a series where you just played, so you know they're gonna come ready to play. You know they're gonna attack all the weak points, and we know that James Harden is known for not playing well in the playoffs. So hopefully he can give them one because he should have gone in the change room after the game, put his hands up, and said it was my fault. Next one, I've got you. That's what he should have done. Hopefully he did.
We'll see how he performs in game 2 because I think that was his first playoff game at Madison Square Garden because he's never played against the Knicks in the playoffs. So not saying that's an excuse or anything, but yeah, like, boy, that was a big opportunity missed for the Cavs. Massive for them to have any slight chance in this series because I don't really see it. And that could have just been a rust game for the Knicks because, again, like you said, they've been off. They hadn't played for like a week. It felt like forever anyway. So, and they were on a generational run in their opening 2 rounds in terms of from once they went 2-2 in the Hawks to what they done to the Sixers. They'd scored the most points in NBA history. In that span. So, yeah, Cavs, big mess up for them, especially how they played in Game 7. Like, they destroyed the Pistons where, in a sense, they didn't exert super amount because the game didn't go late. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they did their thing. You're exerting energy because you're pounding the Pistons like that, but you beat them by 30 points.
They were in the same position last night to do the same thing.
From Detroit.
They were in the same position to do the same thing last night, but they took their foot off the gas, and they ended up losing. And we know 20-point leads in the NBA are clearly not hard to break down. We've seen it a number of times, bro. 20 points is nothing. You can get it back in 4 minutes. So, yeah, the Cavs need to take a long, hard look at themselves. And game 2 is going to be a hard one because I'm not saying it's a must win, but after game 1, you best go in there and try and win.
Yep, because Brunson going for 38. We've seen he's a great playoff scorer. I think he averages about 29, 30 in the playoffs. Like, and he's warm now. Like, he was warm anyway in the Philly series, but rest, he's warm again. He's clutch. Just like, people like say, oh yeah, Jalen Brunson's a defensive liability. You don't actually see it too much. And I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, he's up there this season in the league and taking charges. So it's just...
They hide him a lot. They hide him quite well.
They do it well, where you don't ever think, oh, someone's just blowing past him, and then boom. What he did to Harden should be doing to him as well.
You would like to think so.
Well, obviously, Harden's lost that step as well, but it's just like, brother, like, or Donovan Mitchell at least try and get him in a pick and roll where, like, bro, I don't get
5 fouls he had, by the way. 5 fouls he had. He had 5 fouls at one point. Yeah, 5 fouls. They weren't even bringing him up into the pick and roll to try and get him into a foul trouble. I was like, bro, hey, there's a lot to blame from last night. Harden is going to take the brunt of the blame, but the coaches are going to look back at that game and say, we should have taken him probably out of the game. We should have put Schroeder in the game because they work a lot better when Schroeder's in the game. They should have had the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. They should have run a lot more pick and roll. They should have shot a lot less threes. And when you're winning, play the clock. But hey, I am a neutral fan here. I just become annoyed when I see
same. Like you said, hey, because the Knicks didn't even shoot the free well.
Exactly. Miss free throws all over the place as well, bro.
Oh, bro, the Knicks were 10 for 32 from free.
Yeah, it was a bad 3-point shot. You're not shooting that. And then they're even doing the Hacker Mitchell Robinson stuff. That was working. But you're also slowing. I understand it. You're slowing the game down for yourself as well. And I'm like, okay, cool. But if you're doing this and you lose, it's like you've wasted your time doing it. So yeah, man, the Cavs really annoyed me, and I do not care about them.
Well, we'll see with Cleveland.